Andy Katz here from March Madness with your NCAA tournament bracket update. A lot of movement going on. Let's go over my number one seeds. Virginia remains the number one in the East. Duke now is a number one in the South. Tennessee number one in the Midwest. Michigan State is now a new number one in the West, taking the place of Michigan on that one line after Michigan lost its first game last Saturday at Wisconsin. Michigan State is rolling in the Big Ten. Now, that West bracket right now that we've got is loaded. The 2 is Gonzaga. The 3 is Nevada. Can you imagine that? 1, Michigan State. 2, Gonzaga. 3, Nevada. That would be a loaded West. Other significant developments. I've been saying for weeks that the Big Ten would get 10 teams in relative to its own strength and the rest of the country. Well, now that is getting a little perilous, because on the 11 line, in the first 4, I've got Indiana. And another 11, not in the first 4, but on an 11 line, Ohio State. Both those schools right now heading in the wrong direction and trending potentially out of the bracket, which could leave the Big Ten with 8. Now, there's plenty of time for both those schools to recover and certainly play their way up to a higher seed line. Also, Buffalo lost its first game in the MAC at Northern Illinois. So what we try to do is look at where there could be possibilities. We did this earlier in the bracket where Nevada we had losing its AQ in the Mountain West, and we put Fresno in. Now we've got Nevada winning the AQ in the Mountain West, only one bid. In the MAC, we've got Bowling Green getting the AQ, so then Buffalo's in at large. If that were to occur, whoever would win the AQ outside of Buffalo, that potentially could give the MAC its first 2 bids, multiple bids, since 1999. And then, what a matchup we've got on Saturday. In the SEC Big 12 Challenge, Kansas taking on Kentucky. Right now in our bracket, both those schools are on the 2 line. Certainly Kentucky is trending up. Kansas sliding a little bit toward the back end of that after their loss at West Virginia. But you cannot take away Kansas's victories early in the season, notably over Michigan State on a neutral floor, over Tennessee in overtime on a neutral floor. That's 2 number 1 seeds. Over Villanova. That's pretty significant. Those are 3 big-time wins for Kansas that aren't going away anytime soon. So that's your bracket update from March Madness. The next bracket will be right after the Super Bowl, right around the time of the top 16 reveal from the Men's Basketball Selection Committee.